record deal. I'm so raw, I'm so real. If you haven't heard about me, I'm a big fucking deal.
Yo, what's going on, YouTube? What's going on, YouTube? I wonder why they make me do it, man. They always make me do it, man. You know what I'm saying? They always make me do it, once I leave, man, they'll just bring me back in, man. It's like the Godfather. And, I gotta do it, you know what I'm saying? So, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's up, man. They make you do it, man. You get, some, they make you want to stand up and salute the flag, man, the red, white, and blue at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? They just make you do it, But anyway, I had to, speak up on this, man. I had to speak up on this because, Eddie Hearn, I guess, offered Deontay Wilder some money to fight Dillian Whyte, okay? Dillian Whyte. Wow, I never heard of him doing like 90,000 at Wembley or anything like that. The last time I checked, he couldn't even get Antonio Tarver in the ring. And I think Antonio Tarver, what do you want, like 250? Maybe $500,000? Eddie Hearn couldn't pull that off, I guess, so I guess he did. I don't know whether he didn't believe in Dillian Whyte or what. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, he's supposed to be shipping this Dillian Whyte, the body snatcher, down to the U.S. I was kind of conflicted with that because, I like, Dillian and stuff like that. I root for him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against him and stuff like that, but look, we got to keep it real, you know what I'm saying? That's why when you draw the line and you cross the line, it's the fine line, it's the watchman on the tower. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta shot, you gotta shoot, you gotta fire off some shots. Like hey, man, you line crossing. You're a line stepper. You can't step across the line and gotta get checked. Well, old dude, man, you got a lot of people kind of like stepping across the line. You know what I'm saying? They stepping across the line. And things ain't what they actually supposed to be. Now, he's supposed to come down here this summer, I guess, like that. He's supposed to be shipping him down here this summer, because I guess they ain't got nothing for him over in the UK and stuff like that. Even though it's supposed to be hot. It's supposed to be hot out there. It's supposed to be hot. I guess, I don't know, we got the British Boxing Championship belt, which is kind of like a recycled belt anyway. You know what I'm saying? They should put like a recycling emblem on that, you know what I'm saying, like a decal, because that's what they do with that belt, man. They recycle it, you know what I'm saying. First it's Tyson Fury, then somebody else, they drop it, they pick it up or they drop it, which is cool, man. It boosts us up in the ranking, but I mean, easy come, easy go with that belt, you know what I'm saying. The Lansdale belt, easy come, easy go. It's only like 30 guys out there in the heavyweight division out there. So, but anyway, it's a belt's a belt, you know what I'm saying. But technically, they ain't. If you get that belt, you're not technically the top dude in your backyard. If you can't even beat the dude in your backyard that had the belt that just dropped it not too long ago, Dillian, you know what I'm saying? So, got that going on. But anyway, and then what, he get a draw against Derek Chisora? You know what I'm saying? This guy that draw is Derek Chisora. But I was kind of conflicted, man, that he was coming down here, man, because, I like him. But, there's a lot of guys in the U.S. that I like, So I was thinking, man, that'd be kind of suck if, he come down here, mop up some of our guys, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like he's a gold medal winner or something like that, He's not Anthony Joshua, So, so I was thinking, I was like, man, that kind of sucked. But, I'll be kind of happy for him at the same time. It kind of like sucked that he's, beating up some of the U.S. guys again just to get his name hot, even though all the action's supposed to be in the U.K. So I don't know how that works. You know what I'm saying? It's, can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell people. Can't have it both ways, So, but anyway, yeah, I guess he is because I guess Dillian and Eddie Hearn, they offer Deontay Wilder, I guess what, for $3 million. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. That's what's hot on the streets. That's what everybody's saying. $3 million. Excuse me, folks. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But I think Wilder's getting a couple mil here and there, in his fights already. So he probably got $3 million in the bank. Then again, that's why I said, man, you can't really just be hyping up your spot, man, saying your spot is hot. Especially the UK guys, can't keep saying that your spot is hot. This is where it's at, Wembley, packing the stadiums and stuff like that. And then expect people to come over for chump change. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why they keep doing that. And then you kind of getting a discount, with the pound thing. The pound, I mean, back in the day, you really got a discount. It used to be like what, it took $1.50 just for equivalent of a pound. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man. Anyway, they make this dude an offer. I guess Deontay Wilder, man, he made some kind of statement about it, man. I didn't get a chance to check that out, man. But I was just looking up facts, People can have their opinions, but I was just looking up, certain facts and stuff about what's going on. But let's look at this, Let's say he doesn't want to fight, man. He doesn't want to fight. For one, the dude's got a mandatory and remains severe. Two, I mean, if you think about it, Dillian ain't the mandatory in the WBC. He's ranked number 5. You know what I'm saying? He's ranked number 5. I don't know if Dillian Whyte's beat anybody else any significant that will warrant that matchup, but they want Deontay Wilder to have a like opponent with Anthony Joshua, but you got to think about who had the belt first. Who had a belt first is Deontay Wilder, man. Deontay Wilder had that belt first. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, why does he have to knock out Dillian Whyte to prove anything to Anthony Joshua? Anthony Joshua is the one that ain't really coming out saying he want to fight. Deontay Wilder, he's like, it's whatever the fans want. It's Eddie Hearn. Either Eddie Hearn says something, or this dude Anthony Joshua says, oh, it's whatever. I just want the fight that the fans want. You know what I'm saying? Just say you want to fight him, man. Because not too long ago you saying you weren't ready. You know what I'm saying? So which one is it? You want to fight him? You want the fans? The fans want to see the fight, man. So Eddie Hearn, he don't know what to do with Dillian. So he's gonna offer this, Deontay Wilder, the WBC, so he's got the green belt. You know what I'm saying? He's got the World Boxing Council belt, the most prestigious out of all the belts, man. You know what I'm saying? The most prestigious out of all the belts is the green belt, the WBC belt. So he's gonna offer this dude $3 million, I guess, and I said, I guess Deontay Wilder gave him a mouthful. And you know what? I think it's warranted because, from what I'm hearing, man, a lot about Eddie Hearn, I don't know. I just watched the dude on I Film London and stuff like that. A lot of people say he's full of it, man. A lot of people say Eddie Hearn is full of it, right? So he offers, $3-9 million for Kell Brook to fight Triple G, right? So I'm like, damn, man. That was in Sheffield, England? What did they do at the gate? What did they get, 30,000 or something like that, So I'm like, man. So you paid us the 147 pounder, $3 million, and then, but you want to pay Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight champion. What? How much? $3 million? But yet you was willing to pay Charles Martin $5 million plus to go over there to fight Anthony Joshua in the UK. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like you coming to the table empty-handed. You know, you just gonna hand him $3 million. Talk about, oh, this is your biggest. You know, no. You know what I'm saying? No. And just because a man hasn't made $7 million in one sitting in his life doesn't mean he can't demand that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, see, you know, and this is what I'm saying, man. You know, if you want a pay raise, you ask for it, right? What can somebody say? No. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've been on the job for like what 5, 7 years, maybe 10 years, you do your schooling and stuff like that. You're the best at your trade. Everybody says you're the best and stuff like that. And you've been on a base pay for a while. You know what I'm saying? Cost of living goes up. You know, you want a pay raise. Like, look, man, I've been kicking butt. You know, can I get a pay raise? Well, I mean, what can the owner say, or the manager say, or HR say? No, we'll think about it, and then you gotta tell them like why, like why are you worth an extra, $10 an hour or something like that? And it's like, well, I tell you why, because I do that. I got more responsibilities than everybody else, and you got this dude over here getting paid more than me, and I'm doing more than him, and I've been on the job more than him. I'm supervising this dude. Why is he getting paid more than me and I'm supervising this guy? You know what I'm saying? Right. So, another example. Floyd Mayweather, man. Floyd Mayweather, bought out his contract with Bob Arum because Bob Arum didn't feel as if he was worth what he felt as he was worth. So he went out there and got it, man. Just like Rocky, man. It's like Rocky. What Balboa? Well, what'd he say? He's like, man, if you worth this, go out there and get it, man. You know what I'm saying? But don't blame this other dude. Don't blame this other dude because you ain't got it. That's what cowards do. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Go out and get what you worth. And that's what Deontay Wilder's doing. He going out getting what he's worth. He's like, dude, I ain't, $3 million. Nah, man. Come at me with $7 million, bro. Come at me with $7 million. How you gonna lowball me? You playing Charles Martin. You know what I'm saying? Dude just got the belt. Dude didn't even get a chance to defend his belt good enough. You know what I'm saying? Dude selling his belt. You know what I'm saying? It's like he getting 5. You know what I'm saying? Well, I deserve 7. Shoot, I got the WBC belt, man. I defended this boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm dangerous. You know what I'm saying? You get a whole lot more street cred beating me than I do get beating you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about Dillian. It's like, what does Deontay Wilder get for beating Dillian Whyte? Think about it. Does he want that British does he want that British belt or Commonwealth belt? No, he don't want none of that. He don't want either or. He don't want that. He want a world championship belt. He already got one. He want to unify. Isn't that what he been saying? And if he's gonna fight anybody for $3 million, hell, it's gonna be somebody that make a heartbeat skip. Like Luis Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like fight him. Fight him for $3 million. Hell, you gonna drop a belt and fight somebody? Fight Luis Ortiz. That's the fight I want to see. I want to see him fight on damn Dillian Whyte. I'm like, what the hell Dillian Whyte doing? But slowly creeping up the rankings. Like Bermain Tavares barely beating Derek Chisora and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Skimming by, just getting by. Nah, man. You still got work to do. That's why that old boy called you out, man. What was that dude's trainer, man? Don something. I want to say Don Turner, but I don't want Don Turner, man. That guy's name something, man. It's an easy name, too. But anyway, man, called him out, man. Derek Chisora's trainer called out Dillian Whyte. He's like, man, do the right thing, man. Do the right thing. And give us this rematch, man. Let's do this. Because you got unfinished business to do. A lot of people thought you lost that fight. Now you lowballing somebody again. He ain't even fought Antonio Tarver. This dude steady running his mouth, man. he ain't sealing the deal on these fights, man, because Eddie Hearn know he can't do nothing with him. You know what I'm saying? I bet Eddie Hearn just did, you know what? And then this is another thing, man. I bet Eddie Hearn did that. Eddie Hearn did that, man, just to get this dude's name hot. That's what he did. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. You gotta get this dude's name hot. You know, it's like rapping, man. That's what Eddie Hearn did. You know, it's like associate. He's like supposed to be coming out. Now he challenging Deontay Wilder in his backyard, and so he telling him to come over here. Now he got to go over there and chase Deontay Wilder. That's a good story. You know what I'm saying? That's a good story. And they talk about Al Heyman. So Al Heyman, you know what's gonna happen, man. You know, with the managers and stuff like that, the dude's gonna end up fighting somebody else. He ain't gonna fight Deontay Wilder though. Because Deontay Wilder already told him, he's like, yo, step, get to walking, man. And then you got people start saying, like, oh, well, he's never made more than $3 million. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Remember the Povetkin fight? Yeah. What was that? World of Boxing? Rabinski, whatever that guy's name is. Povetkin's promoter, he fronted all that money. You know who got the lion's share of all that money? I think he fronted like what, $8 or $9 million. Well, 70%. I think the Wilder got what? It was like 70% or something like that. 10% on the side. The other dude get like 20 or something like that. Whoever wins get the other 10%. Well, guess who won the court decision, man. Didn't I do a video on that, man? Y'all, come on, man. You guys listening? Yo, check this out. Deontay Wilder was going to get $5 million for that fight. You remember? Remember? Like South Park. Remember, Berries? Remember? You remember when Deontay Wilder was about to get $5 million to fight Povetkin up in Russia? Remember? Yeah. Now you thinking. It's like, yeah, I remember that. Now I remember. And guess who won a class action lawsuit? Guess who won? The $5 million in the class action lawsuit because Povetkin popped hot and the fight was called off. And, guess who won that lawsuit? Yeah, you gotta remember. It was back in February this year. Guess who won the $5 million settlement? Yes, Deontay Wilder did. So, yeah, I think he is worth $5 million. I mean, Rabinski, the Alexander Povetkin's promoter, was like, yo, I'm going to pay you. I don't care what it costs. I'm going to get you over here. Right? Why is Eddie Hearn so cheap? That's a good question. Why is Eddie Hearn so cheap? Ain't he making a killing with Anthony Joshua? I mean, jeez Louise. I mean, he just had a blockbuster fight with Anthony Joshua and Klitschko and stuff like that. I mean, spread the love, brother. Yeah. So it was the world of boxing. I think whatever. This Rabinski guy, he came up with the money. And they say he was going to take a loss. And Rabinski, he said he don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I want to fight in Russia. Because, he supporting this guy, Alexander Povetkin. So what's up with Eddie Hearn? Why ain't you supporting your guy, Dillian Whyte? Why ain't you getting, Dillian Whyte doing all this talking, but you ain't backing him up, man? You know what I'm saying? First was Antonio Tarver. You couldn't pay him. Wasn't like he was asked for $2 million or even $1 million. He was just asked for like $250,000. You can't get Shannon Briggs up in there. Shannon Briggs ain't up in there. And so what's up, man? You can't get none of these old cats up in there to fight Dillian. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He couldn't even take care of Jazur. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying, man. People make you do it, man. People make you come out with the hotness, man. People make you come out with the hotness. They make you come out with it. And then he said he'll travel for the right deal. $3 million ain't right for him. He don't need to travel. He got a mandatory. He already got business to take care of, which is Bermain Stavern. Whether we like it or not, you already got business to take care of. You know, you can't tell this dude, what he worth, man. You know what I'm saying? The dude asked for $7 million, come up with $7 million. Now you can't make $7 million with matching up Deontay Wilder versus Dillian Whyte. Then they got a problem over in the UK because that's where they say it's hot. That's where they say it's hot. This dude eating over here. You know what I'm saying? He eating in Alabama. Just like Crawford, he eating, doing his little Nebraska thing and stuff like that. You know, brothers eating. Hell, Andre Ward, he getting paid. He ain't even selling pay-per-views. I don't even know how he getting paid. We got to talk to James Prince. Tell us how you doing it, brother. You know what I'm saying? James Prince, Al Heyman, them brothers, you got to talk to them. Because they finding the money. They find the money for their fighters. I was like, why can't you find the money to put, come on, Eddie. That's what I'm saying, man. There ain't no money up in the UK, man. They say it's money over there. They probably got it just as rough as we got it over here up in the US, Because they ain't selling all those TV dates and stuff like that. They talk about Channel 5. They keep mentioning Channel 5 putting fights back on, and the Eubanks, they trying to get, they struggling to be bothered with somebody, with the promoters out there, and trying to do their thing and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? So money tight, man. People act like, everybody got, like they doing it like that over there. Now, they might have the champions, but as far as the money is concerned, it just ain't there, you know what I'm saying? Or else everybody be running over there, everybody. But no, you got people coming over there, man. You had Tank coming over there, then you have Earl Spence. They went over there. They did their things, you know what I'm saying? But they was willing to open up the purse, you know what I'm saying? If you say if you say you got it, man, yo, let's see it, You say you got it, let's see it. You know what I'm saying? So you say you got it, let's see it. And then not all of that was Eddie Hearn, man. You had Frank Warren working with Floyd on that one. And then, give Tank, some exposure and stuff like that. He get outside, man. Which I said, every fighter should do, man. He had James DeGale do it and whatnot. He got out Jamie McDonald, I think it was Jamie McDonald, for a couple times in Vegas and whatnot. He'll be over here in the U.S., Carl Frampton, So it's only right, man, a few American guys go over there and do their thing, man, win or lose, But if you say in your spot hot and you got money, and I just got me $5 million, if you tell me, man, I just got $5 million in a court case. I didn't even have to step in the ring. And I'm telling you, like, yo, $3 million, I'm like, you offer Charles Martin, 5 or something like that. You just offer this little dude, Earl Spence and them, Kell Brook to fight Triple G for $3 million. Go on, give me 7. It's like I'm the heavyweight, supposed to be flagship of the division and stuff like that. How is this dude getting paid more than me? So I guess Dillian ain't that hot up in the UK, man. That's all I can say. He ain't that hot up in the UK. So Eddie Hearn, if Eddie Hearn really believes in this guy, man, he go ahead and front the money. Like he did with Anthony Joshua, man. He going and spent that money. And like, that Rubinski guy, I think his name Rubinski, with Povetkin's promoter. He did the same thing with Vladimir Klitschko, man. He went on wrote a check, man. I think it was like, $20 million or something like that to get Vladimir Klitschko over there to fight Povetkin. Klitschko went over there, man. He took that money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where he got it back or not, but he took that money, He's like, I ain't worried about where it's going. Just as long as the check clear, man. You handle your business. I'm going to take care of my business to get this money. So yeah, man, like I was saying, man, don't believe the hype, man. Just they lowballing, Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder made $5 million this year already, and in the lawsuit. Then he fought this year, so he ain't starving. He ain't starving. I think he mentioned something like that too, like he investing his money and stuff like that, and got his money working for him. You know, he's staying smart. You know what I'm saying? He ain't blowing all his cash. So anybody tell you another story, man? It ain't what's up, man. It ain't what's cracking. You know what I'm saying, man? You know what's real is Eddie Hearn is more than likely just full of it. You know what I'm saying? And if they end up fighting, good. If they end up fighting, good. If whatever get paid, good. But to try to make it seem as if he need to fight Dillian, like he just like he running scared or something like that. Like this is like fighting Dillian Whyte's gonna improve his profile, anything like that. Psst, come on, man. You gotta think about it. Check it, man. They coming to him. You know what I'm saying? They coming to him. Right? Just like Deontay Wilder flew over to watch, you know, AJ do his thing and stuff like that. He hunting him down. You know what I'm saying? Just like Dillian hunting him down. So you gonna put out some bait and stuff like that. You know, you hunting. You know, you gonna put out some real bait. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna put out no chicken feed and stuff like that. You hunting the wolf. You know what I'm saying? You gonna put out some real bait. You know what I'm saying? Some real bait. The scent gotta be real. And then that's not guaranteed that the predator is gonna fall for the trap any damn way. Cause they suspect anything. Like, man, it's too good to be true. I got show me it's real. Show me something. You know. So all right, man. I'm gonna lay off that, man. I'll catch y'all later. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. You think he wild for just saying like, oh, yo, I'm worth X amount of dollars when he just got $5 million off the Povetkin lawsuit? Cause you already know what he worth. Cause that's what he would have gotten paid with the Povetkin fight, $5 million. Even though he ended up getting it anyway. So, why does he have to fight Dillian Whyte when that's going to be a voluntary and he's not going to benefit from it? You know, who's going to really benefit for the win? It's not Deontay Wilder, but he's going to pick up a British belt. You don't need no British belt. You know what I'm saying? He already got a WBC belt. You know. So let me know what y'all think about that, man. Yo, because as of right now, $5 million is Deontay Wilder's biggest payday. All right, man. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.